Hello and welcome to our Functional Skills Level 2 English Speaking and Listening exam. And what we're going to do at the moment is we're going to have a discussion all about coronavirus and the wearing of masks and vaccinations. And this is particularly relevant to the group in here because you're all of the age where they're saying to you that you should be vaccinated, and there's some more kind of contention about it. So we're going to start off with Shane, who's going to tell us his views on vaccination and also mask wearing. Over to you, Shane.
I don't feel like people should be forced to wear a mask, but I feel like it should be heavily encouraged. Okay, mask, it doesn't honestly do a lot, but it does some sort of protection. I'm like, vaccines, well, I wouldn't say force them on people, but again, I would strongly encourage them. I feel like it can't wear, it's almost like wearing like armour if someone's going to shoot you. It's like that, if you think of it like that. So I would encourage wearing a mask and having vaccines.
That's excellent, Shane. Thank you. What do you think, Jack?
I think all people should wear masks. Like, if it's like outside and you're not in a building, then you can just take them off. But if you're inside, then you should start wearing them. And then for the vaccine, I think everyone should have it. But I don't think they should be forced to have it.
So you sort of agree with Shane, really, that people should be encouraged, but they shouldn't be forced. Interesting. Over to you, Cameron.
I think people that should wear masks, but on the other hand, there is a proven fact that masks are only just there to stop you sneezing and stuff, and it's spreading because it's not overly protective to the coronavirus, so you can still catch it while wearing a mask. And yeah.
Thank you very much, Cameron. Over to you, Zoe.
I think we should wear a mask because it's not just for the protection of us. Like, we have elderly families that can get ill like very easily, and the vaccine, I don't think people should be taking it because we don't know what's going on in our immune system really, and our body's still growing, so it could affect our body in different ways and side effects.
So Zoe's saying that you should all wear masks, that you should be forced to wear masks. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And what Zoe's saying is because of elderly people. Now, for you guys, Shane and Jack and Cameron, what about older people like me?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's a good face warmer.
It's a good face warmer.
Yeah, it keeps your face nice and warm when you're out.
Okay. And so you wouldn't
We don't want
agree?
the elderly ill, like, because more older people catch for stronger coronavirus, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we want to keep them protected as well as us.
So you're in the supermarket, Shane and Jack and Cameron, and there's like old people, there's someone else's grandma there. Would you wear a mask there?
Yeah.
Would you in a car with your parents?
No.
I do sometimes.
Because you're already immune with them.
And you're more comfortable.
You're already in a bubble with them.
That's it, you're already in a bubble.
And what about vaccinations though? You didn't quite say, Cameron, do you think vaccinations should be enforced upon you?
Well, vaccinations, you can get them done if you want, but obviously it is recommended by the doctors to get it done. But obviously we don't really know what's in the vaccinations we're getting put inside us,
So Cameron's saying
it's all about trust.
he's not sure that he's trusting the government because of what's in the vaccinations. Anyone else want to contribute?
I can kind of agree. I think that's why people who don't want to get vaccines, that's probably what they think about. But I do trust the government and doctors that they just want the pandemic over. Like, people are saying they want to put like trackers in us, and I don't know if they would do that. And I think overall they just want the pandemic over.
Okay. What do you think, Zoe? Should we be forced to have vaccinations at your age?
No, I don't think we should. As I said, we're still growing. Like, we don't know how strong the vaccine is, how badly it can affect our immune system, and all the effects, side effects. We don't know what can happen. We don't know. Like, they don't tell us everything about all the information.
That's a really interesting point. What do you think, Jack?
I think you should have it, but not get forced to have it.
Okay.
I think it should be like willingly. Like, I feel like it's been like really pressured like these last few months. Like, take the vaccine. Like, I've been getting messages saying vaccination needs to be booked. Vaccination needs to be booked from Rosebank Health. Like, it's like they're really like pressuring you to do it. So at some point in the head they're like, okay, let me get it done with, because they keep pressuring you to do it.
And do you other guys have that pressure as well?
Yeah.
What's happening? Are you getting texts
Yeah.
and do you feel the pressure to get a vaccination?
Yeah, because you feel like it's in your head. They're like, oh, you know, if you do it, they'll stop messaging. That's what some people would like think. Like, they'll be like, let's just get it done with, so they could just stop texting me and harassing me. Really.
Okay. So, have you heard, guys, about the fact that for younger people there's a worry that it's not proven, but there is a worry that it affects your fertility, the health of your sperm. So that the worry is that young people are not having it because they're worried it's going to make them infertile and they won't be able to have babies. Have you heard that?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well then, let's not go there any further. Zaid mentioned the point that you don't know what's in the vaccination. You don't know what's going in. And he also made the second point that you're young and you're growing, right? If you're young and you're growing, it might damage you more than it damages an old person like me. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it could, because younger people are, like, as I said like the third time, we're still growing, like our body's still developing. Like, elderly people like need it the most, their vaccine, because like they're elderly, like we want to keep them like here, healthy, safe. Whereas like us, like we're just young, we're still like growing and stuff.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you. So I'm going to move it on. We're now, the 6th of December. We've been told this Omicron virus is on its way. And it's like, you know, there was 3 last week, suddenly there's 12 in England, suddenly there's 24 in England. Do you think that we should do another lockdown?
No, I feel like the government scheme with lockdown is just like horrendous at this point, because the economy cannot afford to go into another lockdown, because like they'll be bankrupt, and like it'll just cause more stress in people's life with their mental health and their anxiety and all of that. Like it'll cause more problems.
That's
and affect
excellent.
their social life.
What do the rest of you think?
I think unless they get to like a really, really high number, like let's say past 60,000 a day, then I'd probably say lockdown, but if not anywhere near that, then just enforce masks. I think, okay, yeah, they don't do it a lot, but it will slow it down a bit, so, yeah.
But the trouble is, if we put in a lockdown now, we might save thousands of lives. We don't know. What do you think, Jack? Should we lock down or not?
No.
Why not?
I don't know, just because it's near Christmas, and if you lock down, people can't see their like families, and
But is that more important than them being possibly made ill by all the people getting together at Christmas?
Yeah, I feel like the government feel like if we do Christmas again this year, because I think last year, was it lockdown? Yeah, last year we were in lockdown, so obviously they tried to protect us because it was that serious. So this year, if we go into lockdown, it's because they really feel like if people go to other people's house, like there could be more cases and it could get possibly worse. And in that case, we would have to go into lockdown like after January. Well, no, at the start of January.
What about you, Cameron?
I don't think there should be another lockdown. It's not very wise because we've only just been starting to get back on the road, and the other thing is most people are going to lose their jobs again because of the lockdown, and that's what I'm saying. They've only just started to get their jobs back and find new jobs. So, and then they're just going to lose them jobs. And I know we said saving lives with another lockdown, but you could lose money from losing your job and then not be able to feed your family, and then it could also cause to a lack of money income and not have any food to have.
And it'll cause a lot of problems in your life, like saying, oh, I can't provide for my child and stuff like that just because of one lockdown.
And can I ask how much, being honest, how much did the last lockdown mess you and your family up?
It messed my education up very like badly, and then it affected my mental health and my anxiety, like coming back, like because you've been in lockdown in the house for that long, you go back out, you're like that person, like how you socialising, like it's awkward, like you don't know how to talk because you've been on call.
Absolutely. Shane, did it the last lockdown?
It affected like my education, like you said, and my mental health. And just like you said, well, when I started hanging out again, I struggled to like communicate a bit. But after like a few days, I was back to normal.
Thank you. Jack?
It didn't really affect me.
Okay. Anything else you want to say, Jack?
No.
Cameron?
Yeah, it did affect me. Well, basically not being able to see family got quite missed, you know. Yeah.
And if the government are serious about another lockdown, they need to literally make sure it doesn't happen again, this lockdown, because we're going to, like, how many lockdowns have we been to? Is that our first one, isn't it? Yeah, so we're going to another lockdown, and we'll feel like this is a joke at this point, like, when's this gonna end, like, are they just taking the mick, like, they're wasting our time?
That's excellent. And a really excellent point. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm now going to pause it there. 3, 2, 1, stop.